Hello, I'm Carol and welcome to week 11 of my Hyrox training update. So I'm just doing this every week to keep a record of how it's going really, and just to share my experience with other people. So if you haven't looked at any of my previous videos, I am 60 years old. I have entered the Hyrox competition in London at the end of April. So I'll be in the 60 to 64 category, in which there don't seem to be that many entries, so that may or may not be a good thing. So yeah, I looked last week at the Barcelona, and there were no women over 60 entered into that, but I expect it will be different in London. Also, what I did was I accidentally entered London again at the end of November. So I was just umming and ahhing about what to do with that, because I got the opportunity because I'm a member of a Hyrox affiliated gym, which is Neil Marsh Health and Fitness around Cambridge. We got the opportunity to get the tickets early, so one day early. So I thought, oh well, I'll do it. Even though I've not actually entered a competition, been involved in the competition yet, I don't know what it's going to be like. It might be absolutely hideous, but I think from what people say to me, they find it absolutely hideous at the time, but then they're hooked. I think I'm already hooked. But yeah, we'll see. So I've got two competitions now. So after the one in April, I've got the opportunity to review and see how I did and make changes. So yeah, exciting times. Quite a few people from our gym have entered. We've got some pairs teams, we've got some singles. I've entered singles again. I was umming and ahhing about whether to do doubles, but I think if you're going to do singles for the first time, you might want to, I think it's more of a challenge to do the solo. So I'm going to do that again, see if I can improve things. Don't even know if I'm going to finish the first time, but yeah, I need to try and be a little bit more confident in that. I will finish, won't I? I will finish. Okay, so training. I've done 11 weeks of training and I am feeling it actually. I'm feeling stronger, better, fitter. I've been doing quite a lot of training. This last week I've done some running, I did some intervals, and I did a longer, slower run. So keeping the running going, I fit loads of things into my week. I'm always working out. So I teach Pilates, I teach bar and balance. So that that helps with my mobility. I'm doing the GoWOD mobility app, which is the CrossFit app for mobility. So I'm working on my posterior chain, which is my tightest part. That seems to be helping with, I've had a high hamstring injury, and that seems to help with that. So this week, last minute, I got sent with my coach at the gym to the Hyrox Academy on Friday. We went to London for the Hyrox Academy, where we learnt all about Hyrox, all about how it was founded and the principles behind it. So really it's, the message we got was it's a competition that's open to everyone. Unlike CrossFit, where it's potentially more open to athletes, Hyrox is a whole mix of exercises that anyone can aspire to. So that was the message we had. They taught us a bit about the training, setting up workouts. We had a go at setting up a workout ourselves in little groups, and then we actually did one right at the end. We did the workout. So the workout was chosen from all the ones that we put forward, and we did this hideous thing at the end where we all participated. It was hard. It was only 20 minutes, but it was kind of like really pushing your heart rate. So we ran outside. It was right in the centre of London near the O2. We ran outside, came back and did 30 prisoner lunges, so hands behind your head, and then 20 burpees, 10 hand release press ups, and back to burpees and back to the lunges, and then back out running. So all those burpees, quite tough. And I'm quite competitive, and I was looking at some women near me, and they honestly, I thought I'm never going to keep up with them, and I didn't keep up with them, but I held my own. For someone who's 60, I held my own in the group. Just had a fair idea as to where everyone else was doing, and I definitely wasn't last, so I'm quite happy with that. And then on Monday, on Mondays I always do my own Hyrox specific workout. So I set myself 1,000 meter row, 20 burpees, 20 wall balls, 20 bouncing jumps. You don't know what that is, it's just like simulating broad jumps. So just sort of like jumping along the room like that. So 20 bouncing jumps, 10 hand release press ups, 20 burpees, and then repeat that with 1,000 meter ski, and then alternate between 1,000 meter ski and 1,000 meter row. Then after that, I think I did like 3 rounds or something. After that, I weighted the sled up and did a heavy pull on that, just to practice my technique for pulling. And again, my technique is not so much in the arms, but more in the legs. So what I've been doing is I've been going down like this with wide legs and pulling up, like so, coming up through the hips, pulling it. So it's not all in my arms, because my upper body strength is not as good as my lower body strength. So working to my own advantage. So that was that. That was really good. I enjoyed that, kind of, when it was done. And then I ran at the end 400 meters, so just up and down the gym 20 times. And then I did my mobility at the end, so nice long mobility cool down. And then today I went and did a functional fitness session, which was actually quite Hyrox focused. I made it Hyrox focused, so I did some of those bouncing jumps, I did the ski, I did the row. The row I'm getting a bit better at. I'm bringing it more through the legs. I can't say I'm getting much faster, but it doesn't seem to matter about speed on the row too much. I think that's the take home I got on Friday at the training, was that for the row, there's not a huge amount of difference between the elite and the slowest athletes. So not really worth spending a huge amount of effort on improving your time on that. More worth your effort spending time on burpees and wall balls. So and also today we did some wall balls. So in all those sessions, I'm doing things that are going to contribute towards either strength or endurance for the Hyrox event. So tomorrow I'm going running. So I'm going to do a slow but longer run. I'm increasing my distance a bit more now, and I'm also increasing my pace in the running, because I had a high hamstring injury. It was hurting every time I ran fast, but since doing the mobility work, touch wood, it seems to be a lot better. So I mean, my pace is not as good as it was 2 years ago, but I think we've got about 4 or 5 weeks now, and I'm going to work on doing some intervals in the next few weeks as well. We've also, at the beginning of April, got a competition at Cambridge University running track with F45. F45 are organising it. It's a Hyrox competition. So we've just got the exercises for that. It looks actually quite hard. So we're doing that in pairs. I will let you know after the event. I will let you know how that goes. I'm imagining that it's going to be harsh. It will be harsh. It looks harsh. Anyway, yeah. If you want to follow how I'm getting on, please subscribe to my channel, and you'll see lots of other things on here. Lots of little snippets of short exercises, lots of mobility, Pilates stuff. And also my Hyrox training. So please subscribe to my channel, and I will see you again next week.